welcome back. My name is Sam. Today I'm going to be starting a new series which is how to program or code or develop a RuneScape private server. A lot of people don't know anything about coding, so I'm going to be looking at everything in details on how to set up your own RuneScape private server. We're going to be looking at a RuneScape private server called Gimbal Private Server. As you guys already or probably know, I own a server called GatorX. We're not gonna do the tutorial about GatorX or through GatorX. We're gonna use another source and client to do so, which is Gimbal Private Server. That server is released online on runeserver.org. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below so you guys can download the files like you can see on my desktop right now. I'm gonna use a PI source, which means Project Insanity source. There's plenty of sources which servers are based on. Project Insanity is one of them, and it's the one that we're gonna use. If you want, you can use another Project Insanity source and follow this tutorial, and it will most likely work also. So for this tutorial we're gonna use Eclipse, which is in an IDE, which is right here. We're also gonna need the sources and client and the cache of the server, which you can download in the description. You're also gonna need Java development kit. You can simply go to Google and type Java GDK and go on the first link, which is oracle.com, and you're gonna want to download GDK right here and GRE. GRE is Java Runtime Environment and GDK is Java Development Kit. You're gonna need both of these. When you're done doing so, well, first of all, you're gonna pause the video and just go download these. When you're done, just unpause the video. Alright, when you have both Java GDK and Java GRE, now we can move on to Eclipse. On Google and type Eclipse. All those links will be in the description to make it easier for you guys. So we're gonna go on the first link, which is Eclipse download. When you're gonna arrive on the website, you're gonna click on download packages. When you're there, you're gonna download Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. You're gonna click on either 32-bit or 64-bit depending on your computer. I already have Eclipse, so I'm not gonna download it, but I'm gonna let you guys do so. Unpause the video when you're done. Now that you have Eclipse and Java installed, you're ready to start. All you gotta do is go into the folder and just take everything and put it on your desktop. When you're done, you're gonna go inside the other folder, well, the compressed folder, and you're gonna take this one out. So basically, this one is the source, this one is the client, and this one is the cache, as you probably guessed. Now you're gonna open Eclipse and it's probably gonna ask you for a workspace. You can leave it on the default because we're not gonna use that. So when Eclipse is opened, you're gonna see an interface like so. I have some stuff already there because it's my stuff to work. Like I said, I own GatorX and I have some other stuff as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create new projects. Before creating any projects, we're gonna put everything in one folder so it makes everything easier and cleaner on your desktop. So we're gonna call it Satucre Scape, because this is for my YouTube channel, so that's how I'm gonna call my RuneScape private server. You can call yours however you want because it's gonna be your server and you can do anything you want with it. So we're gonna put those 3 folders in this for now, and we can delete this. Now we're gonna go back in Eclipse and we're gonna create a new Java project because RuneScape is programmed in Java. Well, the private servers are programmed in Java. RuneScape is now programmed in C++, but it's not our case, so we're gonna go with Java project. So I'm gonna call it Satucre Scape Sources because we're gonna create the project for the source first. So we're gonna untick use default location because we're not gonna use this workspace. We're gonna use the source folder, which contains all the classes. So we're gonna go on our desktop and find Satucre's Cape, and we're gonna open that and find the source folder, and we're gonna select this as our workspace for the source. We're gonna leave out like that all the other information, because we cannot really edit anything, but maybe you can edit your Java runtime environment. I'm not sure, but you might want to take 1.8, 1.8, because the 1.7 is pretty outdated, and I suggest you Java 8. Alright, so we're gonna go next. The rest, we don't really have to edit anything right now, so we're gonna go and click finish. We now have our project for our source. We're gonna do the same thing for the client, so we're gonna call it Satucre's Cape Client. Untick default location, search for the client folder, okay, and finish. Done. We now have our folders of projects for Satucre's Cape. Alright, now we can see in our problems interface that we have 4 errors. So we're gonna see project Satucre's Cape client is missing required library. So we can see that our source and client is missing some library. But as you guys can see, it's missing theme.jar. So one sec, I'm just gonna cancel. If we go into the, one sec, which one was it? Client is missing theme. So if we go in our folder and just go into client, we can see that theme is right here. So we just have to select theme as another library to make it work. We're gonna go into boldpath, configure boldpath, and now we see right here in libraries theme.jar. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna click on it and we're gonna do edit, because we're gonna define where theme.jar is so Eclipse can know where it is. So we're gonna search for Satucre's Cape, and now we're in the client and theme.jar. We're gonna go open and boom, now it's fixed. Apply, okay. So that's fixed, there you go. So now we're gonna do the source one. Which one is missing? The multivote server.jar. So I'm not sure if we have this one, because multivote is for automatic voting in your server. So I'm not sure if the person that released the server kept it in here. So we're just gonna go in depths, because that's where all the jars are, the libraries, and we're gonna check. Alright, it's there, so we're just gonna define it. Same thing as the source, the client. We're gonna go in boldpath, configure boldpath, and multivote. We see there's a little X in the corner, so we're gonna click on it, edit, and we're gonna find it. So we're gonna go in Satucre's Cape folder, source, depths, and we're gonna find multivote Evans server, which is there, and boom, fix, apply, okay, and boom, we have no errors. Just refreshed and it disappeared, which is good. So now we have a lot of warnings, but we don't really care about warnings. Warnings are just things that could be done better, or stuff like that. So we don't really care, as it could take a really long time to fix everything. Warnings can be also things that are unused. For example, we create a variable and the variable is not used anywhere, so it's gonna add a warning to say, oh, this variable is not used anywhere. So we don't really care about warnings. So that's it, guys. Now you have your RuneScape private server configured into Eclipse and ready to be run and everything. So that's gonna be it for this video, because this video was about downloading your source and client, a bit of explanation, how to set up Eclipse, how to set up your source and client into Eclipse. So the next video is gonna be how to run your server, how to set up your server to make it run. First we're gonna make it for only ourselves, but later on I'm gonna explain you a bit how to make it for everyone else. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first video of this series. I'm gonna try to upload once a week for this series. We're gonna see a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you want more, just subscribe. Love you guys. See you next time.